Bust it.
What's up, guys? My name is Victoria Wint, and I'm here to talk to you about watersheds. A watershed is an area of land where all the water drains from the highest to the lowest point to eventually reach a larger body of water and then the ocean. Any piece of land is a watershed. There are also sub-watersheds that, when added together, make up a larger watershed.
For example, my backyard is a watershed where water drains into this pond. It's also a part of the watershed that funnels water into Eagle Creek. It's also a part of the huge Mississippi watershed that drains water into the Gulf of Mexico. Watersheds are important because they are the source of the water we drink. We also use the water for swimming, fishing, boating, and other recreational activities. Wildlife too depend on watersheds for food and habitat. Non-point source pollution is the largest cause of watershed pollution. That fertilizer you use to make your grass the perfect shade of green, your car's leaking oil, your pet's last poop, that plastic bag you let blow away, all that gets washed away to a body of water nearby when it rains. The problem is that all these pollutants can cause cultural eutrophication, harm wildlife, or make your drinking water toxic.
Cultural eutrophication is when excess nutrients like nitrates or phosphates from fertilizer run off into a body of water. These excess nutrients cause excessive algae growth, which clouds the surface of the water, and plants lower in the water column can't perform photosynthesis. Those plants end up dying off, and then aerobic bacteria decompose them and use up all the oxygen in the water. Since there isn't any oxygen in the water, fish die off too.
Also, wildlife living in water littered with garbage may mistake it for food, choke on it, and die. But animals aren't the only ones at risk. Water too high in fecal coliform bacteria or heavy metals can be toxic to humans, causing sickness or even death if it is ingested or even swam in. Picking up trash or reducing the amount of trash you produce will decrease the amount of litter that ends up in waterways. Make sure your car or any other outdoor appliances aren't leaking gasoline, oil, or any other fluids. Plant trees or other vegetation along a source of water to filter out any pollutants like pesticides or fertilizers from runoff before it enters the water to reduce cultural eutrophication. These are called riparian buffer zones. Reduce the use of pesticides and fertilizers. Control and maintain wastewater treatment plants. Don't use a combined sewer system that is prone to overflows. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys learned a little bit about watersheds today.
This here's a jam for all the fellas. Try to do what those ladies tell us. Get shot down cause you're overzealous. Play hard to get females, get jealous.